Oh Jesus, this about to be a bigger. Let's go. An enigma, alien, unicorn, truly a sight to see. She goes by Vanquish, but you can call her Queen V. And no, she's not vain. Why, that's insane. Ha, she is very humble. We were the pack, no bumble. Jack of all trades, slumber. One day you'll make a little hummer. Ah, ha, 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 It's giving pretty sweet and pink. It's giving pretty sweet and pink. This lovely garment is from Local Boutique. Yes, they have amazing jeans. I'm telling you, I used to do the high-waisted Fashion Nova. Never again. They're so stretchy, and they give you that great. Oh my God, when I say their jeans are amazing, true lifesaver. Like the way they suck in your tummy, the way they give you that. I'm not wearing them right now, but like their other clothes are great too. But I'm saying those jeans, I was a very avid Fashion Over high waist jeans wearer, and you know I used to. It was tight up there, but now I can breathe. Imagine. Hi, I'm Vanquish. Wanna play? Hi, I was born Verquisha Vernaja Hudson, but I prefer to be addressed as Vanquish. Though I have many nicknames such as V, VV, Squishy, Quishy, Vengeance, Vanish, Vank, Vanky. You name it. If you like it, I love it, right? Now, earning a name so powerful did not come easy. I had to experience hell on earth for a decade to rid myself of the demons I encountered. Let's talk about it. Matter of fact, we will in the coming episodes, so stay tuned. We know the greats in their alter egos. Nicki Minaj, Roman, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Clark Kent, Superman, just to name a few. Well, that's what Vanquish is to me. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. A permanent solution to ensure no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. No, for real, because y'all don't understand my frustrations with Halloween. My ninja was immortal. Like, they really was trying to take him out. Everybody stabbing his back, and he still got up. And then Halloween ends, they gonna make him old and act like he couldn't fight. Like, no, I hate that one. This should have been the ending, on God. I now see Verquisha as the child I must protect. She's a complete pushover. She's extremely nice and naive. Will give you the clothes off her back in a snowstorm. The sacrificing type. A human welcome mat. Even after all the abuse, I admire her. She's finding Dory to the bug.
Bullshit.
However, I have a photographic memory. My brain is like a cabinet filled with files stored in alphabetical order, only accessible when in dire need of recollection to help me in a current dilemma. Verquisha is over social, where Vanquish is antisocial and observant. If anyone tries to take my kindness as weakness, Danny Phantom or Casper the Friendly Ghost will appear or disappear real quick. I don't like leeches, whether physically, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally. I am all I have, been that way since my mom passed. If I don't respect or care about me, who will? Vanquish was established in 2020. I've worked different jobs at Cedar Point seasonally since graduating high school. After 5 seasons, I am good. Not my cup of tea. The cliques, gossip, discrimination, and sexual harassment were overbearing. Jesus! They were more lenient in the past, but they wasn't letting Versace slide this time. A nickname this guy from high school gave me, who I had a crush on. I eventually embarrassed myself in front of him and his friends by slipping on an icy driveway. That would later become the brand of all my prescription glasses, and my infamous hair clip, the V-clip. My government wasn't cutting it for me. When I hear it, I think I'm in trouble, or you don't know me like that. Overall, it's just ghetto and doesn't fit me like Vanquish does. I'm one of one, 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 little Uzi voice. My name should fit that description. I mean, it's basically my birth name with some letters dropped, added, or moved. Great for my new name tag, later on whole life. If COVID could make a new version of itself, so can I. In 2021, we were workshopping it, throwing it out here and there, seeing how it's retained. The start of my first acting class, it became my stage name. It was starting to flow at work, but like usual, had some petty Pete's mixing it and my first name together, calling me Vanquish. Others argue how it really was my name, made me want to fight for it. Now I'm on my Kevin Gates. My name is my name. Purr. In 2022, it was set in stone. The one and only Vanquish. For this reason alone, I felt respected at work, despite the hardships I faced at multiple jobs. I'm Creole. The name just works. One day I'm gonna get it legally changed. Might start a GoFundMe. Kidding. Self-made, never needed a handout. The reactions I get are priceless, good or bad. It's a great conversation starter. And it helps with my sales jobs too. My trick is simple. Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave. Instead of forcing it by trying to stuff a pitch down people's throats. I always explain this one joke. That once I was born, being the youngest, I destroyed it down there for my mom. But then, I was signed to Helen Wells' agency, and it made it official. I am Vanquish, period, point blank. I now get offended at jobs I apply for when I ask them to call me that, or people who question or combat me on it. How is it fair that a transgender, feminine man, women who go out, maybe even cross-dressers, come up with the craziest random names and no one bats an eyelash? Speaking of, RuPaul was a major icon for me. Being an overweight tomboy in high school, who everyone thought was gay, it resonated so much. I based my looks off them. The hourglass figure, big hair, overall persona, hard-earned and all natural, might I add. Drag queens taught me how to be a woman. I learned at a young age, if I didn't love myself, how I was going to love somebody else. Can I get an amen up in here? Okay. So I knew I had to become the best version of myself. Then I'd fall in love. Their hard work, dedication, and struggles was relatable and inspiring. One day I will slay that runway and earn the title Lip Sync Assassin, being musically acclaimed and all. More on that in the coming episodes. My mom believed 2 other siblings and I had the same dad out of all 8. That's where the verse come in. I was so nice I got it twice, first and middle, yet my dad is still unknown. So all the more reason to despise my birth name. Why is it even legal? Can babies help choose the name they're stuck with for life? No disrespect to Mommy Dearest, one of my sisters helped pick my name. I'm keeping Vernaja. It's beautiful following Vanquish. I had a moment where I was debating going by my middle name. We already didn't ask to be here. In all, my goal was a total ego death. Destroy who I was, what people knew me as, and become someone new, different, unrecognizable. Most people can't become who they want because they crave the comfort of certainty. I've always been this way. They want to be controlled, not empowered or free. Well, do you, boo? Or they try to squeeze everyone through a door made specifically for them. Hit your rock bottom so you can prosper on your way to the top. Let all attachments go. And if they're met, they'll be back. And if not, it is what it is. Rejection is God's protection. Channeling my inner Keisha. One girl told me she thought this was puzzle pieces. So I guess we'll be connecting the pieces to my autistic puzzle. I'm going to them all. I feel like, quote another bold woman who became her alter ego, being a genius is one thing, raising one is a whole nother story. Majority of my life, people have confused my boredom with shyness. Even I was convinced. I hate small talk, always have. I just love to observe people in their natural environments. My imagination has always been my better half. Besides my mom, she was overprotective but never completely sheltered or isolated me like other caretakers. I understand to a certain extent what goes of being Mother Teresa of the world. No one seeks out to have a child who isn't considered normal. Personally, I recommend different. Individuality, that's where the raw talent lies. Being well versed in sociology, psychology, social work, children overall, I'm passionate about different parenting styles, child development, and brain science. Psychological thrillers, heists, and mysteries are my favorite types of movies. I love to work my brain. Becoming a part of the film industry is another dream. I am a self-taught visionary who fights for what's right. Once I received my bachelor's, I agreed to be a lifelong learner. I was an advanced child growing up. I knew things beyond my years. I was a baby memorizing whole songs. And no, not just the lyrics, the background vocals, instruments, the overall cadence. I can match the tone of any song, especially with high notes, including a million songs on my playlist. My body naturally flows to the beats as well. Popping, locking, dropping, belly rolling, back-breaking moves, freestyle overall. I am very musically inclined with a photographic memory. Tap dance is my favorite style, and I hope to one day incorporate that with freestyle hip-hop. All through college, I was dealing with an abusive partner who isolated me more, used me for financial stability, and treated me like a slave. So I couldn't really focus on my studies. Aww. Assignments that were due at 11:59 p.m. weren't started until 2 to 5 hours at the most before time's up. I was the one in front of the class taking all the notes. Everything my professor said was vital. When it came time to study for exams, cramming was my style. When you write down information, it helps your brain retain it better. I wouldn't look at my notes until a week before a test. Reading all notes once a day, multiple the day of. Overstudying hurts my brain, no need for it. I passed every time, ultimately graduated. Towards the end of my relationship from hell, when I was discovering my worth, I overheard my abuser tell someone they only stayed because I was a genius. Though I was brainwashed to believe I was a simpleton who needed the person to survive. It was a cycle I had to end. Every one of my narcs holding on to me for dear life, but dragging me through the mud telling me I'm retarded. Make that make sense. I hardly ever had a phone, and when I did, it got taken from me for no reason. I obtained another one, nothing fancy. Everything I owned was a hand-me-down. I had to hide it when I was at the house, not home, during high school. I was doing GED homework for someone when I was only in the 9th grade. Never had an iPhone or Instagram, but I was in charge of setting up and controlling multiple accounts, including memorizing passwords and all other technical details. Basically, I said all this to say, yes, I am autistic. It is different for everyone, and it is a wide spectrum. And yes, I am self-diagnosed. As humans, we know our brain/body better than anyone, reaching a conclusion faster than any licensed strangers. For example, the show The Act resonates a lot with my high school experience. Despite being able to attend a public school, Nick Godejohn knew he had multiple personalities, no diagnosis. He warned Gypsy about his dark side, and she chose to take advantage. Also media like Cinderella, if it was twisted and your Prince Charming was in on it. Teeth, or An American Crime. Now that's the story of my life. I was made out to be the troublemaker like Sylvia, when in reality it was a girl older than me that I once idolized. After being taken in by a guardian when my mom died, she vented all her bitterness and frustration on sweet little me and got others to follow suit. Back to the point, I love to rant. I hate hospitals. They're cold metal death traps. I am a natural healer. I work with oils and herbs, not marijuana. I've never been to the actual dentist, but I've been told my smile is my best feature, always. After my mom was gone, life got dark. I was no longer cared for, no one bought me things, and I was never taken to the hospital. The money that came with taking me in was used for other things. I was told to act dumb for funds I didn't receive from the government. This just made me obsessed with learning my truth. Who was I? What was wrong with me? I was told I had a learning disability. I couldn't have friends or go outside, and I was always forced to watch other people's kids. I even had to teach myself how to drive 2 years ago with a few lessons from driving school. After a decade of forced isolation, I began to distance myself and love it. I didn't mind quarantine, and I don't mind not being a people person. I realized why I stayed so long. I studied every mental/learning, even emotional disability. I took millions of tests, including the RADS and IQ, which I scored highly on. I already knew I had depression. Social anxiety seemed familiar, but it wasn't enough. It's not that I'm shy or anxious around other people. It's that most things they talk about or do don't spark my intellectual interest. I am a very confident person and hate for my personal space to be invaded. I am great at masking, but I experience debilitating fatigue after being around the same people for long periods of time. I chose social work as a major for 2 reasons. 1, to be more social, and 2, to be the change in the system dealing with kids. I've learned how to read body language and tone of speech to a T. I hate lies and fakery. Once someone shows me their true colors, I fall back. I'm very strong, but sensitive. I panic when I'm being yelled at or feel like someone's trying to take my freedom. It's giving slight PTSD. Also, hate looking in people's eyes. It's uncomfortable, and I don't need to know what's in everybody's soul. I usually let people talk. They love doing it, and I just smile and nod. They soon learn I'm not the conversationalist. When the room gets quiet and you can hear crickets and see me cheesing hard as hell. Most anxious I get is talking on the phone. I hate it. I try to avoid it at all costs. It usually goes smoothly, but boy oh boy, the awkward silence. I try to plan ahead and it fails. I don't text. People misinterpret my bluntness and message so slow or little. Block button stay active. Now this is a public service announcement. And if you think I take any medication, I don't. On God, I'm high of life, bro. Now, future veins. I have 0 social presence. This is my coming out, not gay, story of sorts, so bear with me. I am an extreme recluse. An innocent, yet sultry look for lunch. It's so me. A huge reason why I love being autistic, one of many, is my drive to conquer my passion, interests, and goals. I'm talking laser focus. Nothing or no one can come between me and chasing my dreams.
Run, Forrest, run!
You damn skippy, I'm selfish. After spending 22 years of my life being selfish to mean-spirited, egomaniacal sheep. No, this is not an exaggeration. I'm talking beaucoup people. Yes, I am learning French. I could wish upon a star all day, but a goal ain't nothing without a master plan. What did Sean say? Up for every hour I was slept on. When I say I've been planning this since freshman year of high school, I'm a futuristic thinker. Everything I do is premeditated. Especially the mask girl and the haters of my past. All for real. Don't know where I wear next month or eat next week. Where I going when? They call me Dora because I'll be exploring the world with my map, backpack, and stuffed Pikachu graduate. Defeating every obstacle on my journey to the destination. When I was a preschool teacher, I had a lovely student. Very smart girl. She loved Pikachu. We turned it into a contest and had a drawing. Everyone had a draw. Mind you, at this time, I ain't seen Pikachu in years, but my rosy cheeks and that yellow, that's my favorite color, was on point. Sadly, I didn't get to keep none of my artwork or the artwork I made with the kids when I left that toxic environment. Jesus, I got derailed again. Overall, I have a great deal of patience. I'm not looking to be an overnight sensation or a flash in the pan viral star.
You do anything for clout. Do anything for clout.
I'm building wealth for generations to come, creating my own legacy and family. If it was up for me, I would stay hidden under my rock like the true hermit I am.
Who are you people?
Though, my success was destined from God and my bro Jesus up above. I knew when my high school English teacher paid $60 for my admissions application to North Carolina A.N.D. I didn't get in, and we both were mad about it. I lacked social skills and had no worldly experience. I was basically caged like an animal for 4 years. Freshman year, the rumors start, she's mean, she's strict. By senior year, I learned she just wanted what's best for her students. She was preparing us for college papers. I gave up on my poetry and writing years ago after I spoke an original poem dedicated to my mom at her funeral. I tried to get back into performing arts, this time high school. I previously attended the elementary where I was tapping and acting my little heart out. Sadly, my new caregivers didn't care and intentionally made me late to my auditions. I lost faith in my dreams after that and my voice. Until I started writing daily life update papers, which were time for my teacher. Finally, I felt heard. Towards the end of the year, I told her I would be giving up acting and focusing more on my career working with kids. After she read this, we finally discussed in person and not just on paper with feedback. She told me not to give up. I could do both. Overall, she saw my future. She gave me the name Vivi Hudson based on my initials and last name. I was still workshopping. The name sounded quite too familiar. She then wrote me a check for college. To this day, I'm trying to find her. Like, is she okay? She was the reason I smiled in high school. Prom, graduation, volunteer work, award ceremonies. I hated high school. Just look at my yearbook photos. First year of college and told her I chose Cleveland State University with a minor in theater. Turned down a semi-full ride at West Virginia State University, HBCU. I just craved diversity, not isolation, in a city I wasn't familiar with on a campus. I would never fit in because I'm not black enough. Let's talk about it. Veins. You know we will next episode. Stay tuned. I visited her 2 more times after that. Nothing. I even took up a photography class internship in hopes of seeing her. COVID hoping, that's what we did. My major was social work. Let's discuss how that came to be. My guardian had my whole life mapped out, even manipulated everyone into believing I had an intellectual disability. I mean, people's reactions to the fact that I graduated college, could drive, and live on my own were baffling. It didn't help I was codependent on an abusive narcissist for 4 years of my life. Like Gypsy Mom from the Act, she wanted me to stay forever. Pissed, I left or ran away to Cedar Point for work. Tried to brainwash me to come back. Years later in 5 seasons, I ain't never going back. That's a huge toxic work environment. Anywho, she had everyone trying to convince me to save money by staying at their house. A house filled with older male predators, mind you. I would go to a homeless shelter before going back there. And did. In a car, even a cold motel floor. What kind of wannabe Stockholm syndrome they trying to inflict? Thought I was gonna be working at an office and taking care of her. Does anything about me read average Joe? Baby. I'm a natural nurturer. War with our mother-in-law. Learned it from my mom. I'm not evil or nothing, but if I would have stayed, somebody would have died. In the act, Gypsy neighbor came to visit and asked why instead of requesting a hit, she didn't just leave. In the email, I confided into the social worker assigned to my case about the illegal and inappropriate things that were happening at the start of my stay there. Case 39 really gave me faith about the care workers had for their clients. She did have ran me out, and she told me she did it for my own good. The next day, my guardian started a cage match. She gathered everyone around to witness my sister, who I look up to, wail on me and pull out my braids. All I could hear was screaming and laughter. Now that's an American crime. Story of my life, go check it out. After that instance and many others, I vowed to be the change in the system. Little did I know the route you could take with said degree and the knowledge I would obtain. With my bachelor's in social work, minor in film, I've been concocting my own career field based on my dreams. I'm not big on the spotlight, but I need to be in the industry. I love working with kids, but not a basic low-paying education job. So I will be mother of the industry. We can't help it if children have gifts and their parents or caregivers want to exploit them. People in the industry aren't nurturers. It's not their job to care for those kids. Most just see them as dollar signs or little people they can control with no say. That's where I come in, Mother Teresa type, who will love and care for them as if they're my own. Help them grow and learn academic, social, and life skills. Basically the nanny of the industry. I'll be non-judgmental, patient, spinning wisdom, and lending the ear. I've spent 12 hours working on a movie set with one of my favorite actors. It's from Get Out. I wrote a whole essay on it. It's my favorite movie. He also did Black Mirror. Daniel Kaluuya. And we did this 30-second clip. Check it out. I've also met actors like Caleb McLaughlin, Shooting Stars, Wood Harris, Loretta Devine, Tom Holland Cherry, oh my gosh, Dennis Haybert, or Ewan Goodhands, and many more, like so many. You guys should also check out some movies I've been in. Americana Dream and Dandelion. Not out yet. But keep an eye out. Keep an eye. Keep a little eye, y'all. Keep an eye. Oh, no. You better lay low. You better lay low. Oh, you better lay low. No, for real, it's camouflage season. Can you see me? It's at Mocha Boutique Loungewear. I really like it. Like, this is really soft. Like, I'm digging this fit, though. And Kanig. So, I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand, bitch. Right here, hunty. Right here, hunty. I'm right here. I'm right here. Hold on. And what the f you gonna do, bitch? Gonna do, bam. Here, hunty. Right here, hunty. They say money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. I would rather work a low-paying job doing what I love that's very demanding than an easygoing job with high pay in a very toxic work environment. Once you let go and let God, the money will flow in insatiably. This helped me not live paycheck to paycheck and never go broke again. I had to get it on my own, self-taught everything. They ain't want me to wise up. I'm the type to sleep in the car, use public bathrooms, sleep on a cold motel lobby floor while working, knowing my predicament won't last. I have to work hard for my money. I love a challenge. I don't want nothing or no one that's easily accessible because I am not.
What?
Personally, I hate money. Like, it's paper. In my Jeffy voice, it's paper. Like, I'm only making it to survive in this sick world no one asks to live in. Thrive, matter of fact. Some things I will never do for it. No judgment to the ones who do. Is strip for it, give up my God-graced body, or sell my soul. I'm OCD to my work. Whatever I'm getting paid to do, I will give my all for it to be damn near perfect. I'm gonna stay getting money, and I ain't gotta sell my soul. Hey, I'm gonna stay getting money. I give an F if you don't like me, cause I'm gonna stay getting money. I'm gonna stay getting money, and I ain't gotta sell my soul. I'm gonna stay getting money. I give an F if you don't like me, cause I'm gonna stay getting money. Anybody can get it. Like, I'm tunnel vision to my work tasks. People and or coworkers confuse this with arrogance, being mean, overall stuck up. So begins the click ups, gossiping, drama. 9 times out of 10, surrounding my natural looks or smile, which I give to everyone, misinterpreted as flirting. Never been the type to mix business with pleasure. I won't even mingle with my neighbors, too close for comfort. Boundaries so high, I won't even cross friendship lines or call someone bro or cousin when it's more sinister than that. Work is life. I'm married to Benjamin and Grant. An idle mind is the devil's playground, or in my case, SpongeBob when his brain was going nuclear, though I have the best escape plans. Literally, we'll be thinking plan B through Z on whatever is plaguing my mind at the time. My brain is bigger than the average human, so it needs a lot to stimulate it. Lucky for me, I don't get too comfortable in one mind frame. I have come to love seasonal, temporary, and odd jobs since the start of college. Lord knows I hate to get attached. There's no commitment to stay in touch or even get to know people. Working with others doesn't work until it does. You gotta have a team of leaders, not followers. Those who know it's just business. Those who are also lonely at the top. Some rather maintain their aim just to continue an illusion of power over those stuck in crowds. It's a game of chess. Don't be the pawn. I'm unorthodox and exuberant. Do I look like a 9-to-5 desk job will suit me? People get too comfortable, and comfortability equals disrespect. It's a simple equation, and I love math. Co-workers want to play boss and compete with work. They always trying to take off somebody else's plate when it's enough bread for everyone
to eat.
They'll suggest you to do something you were already taking action on to feel superior. I'm not passive aggressive. I'm not about to sit around poking fun when I don't like you. And I can't stand liars or fakes. Being yelled at gives me PTSD because I would never be controlled again. It always comes down to me being forced to tell my life story to receive any kind of sympathy from strangers who judge me. The last place I thought this would happen was a church school I taught at. I heard some of the nastiest things said about me and others that wasn't even factual. Pastors and preachers running their mouth about us common folks like they have nothing better to do. I got so attached to the kids though. I love every one of them individually. Another job I was at, I became my co-boss's pet project. She micromanaged everything and everyone at work, so I couldn't take it too personally. Until she became overly concerned with my finances, student loans, outside endeavors, acting, etc. The woman was going to live vicariously through me if she could, and she she wouldn't be the first person who's tried it in my lifetime. Yet, she had this knack for talking down to her workers/volunteers. She would belittle me, making me at their level, so when it was time for me to lead, no one was listening. Also learned I can't work with men. They live double lives, home and work life, take your kindness as stupidity, overstep bounds, then finds it amusing or blames you. Side note, if a job offers you a raise and more hours after you respectfully put in your 2 weeks notice due to discrimination, decline immediately. The harassment won't stop and you'll feel like a sellout because you can't speak up unless you tell them about your mental ailment. Once I became independent and started treating myself like a business, the rain cleared, plus I could see. I began to learn the behind the scenes of everything. My gears started grinding to appreciate the things that be. The more you feed your entrepreneurial spirit, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole. In a good way. How Cedar Point Park stays so clean. How vendors promote new products. Who labels and arranges those items. Plus, the magic behind the movies. I've done jobs like preschool teacher, banquet server, busser, charity or donations leader, food service associate at Cedar Point, parade performer at Cedar Point, trick-or-treats host at Cedar Point, restroom attendant at Cedar Point, cleaning the park at Cedar Point, housekeeping at Cedar Point. Hey, I get bored easily. Mind stimulation. Shockingly, I had to fight my anxious ways when I got into sales jobs. My approach was honesty. No, I'm not going to sell you a dream. Matter of fact, I don't even need your patronage. I'll just smile. I'm getting paid regardless. Reverse psychology at its finest. I found my gift for public speaking. I would just be conversating with strangers like we go way back, ultimately getting them to purchase my products. It's also my love for the job. I let my emotions control my work, so why not make them positive? I'm high off life and love making people happy. This is how I knew I wasn't socially awkward or anxious, but autistic. This ultimately catapulted my entrepreneurship mentality and turned myself, Vanquish, into a business. I now have over 5 streams of income, including acting for Angela Bohem's casting / Helen Will's agency, modeling for a women's boutique that has bomb jeans, promoting brands such as alcohol, energy drinks, foods, etc., providing childcare for families in the Air Force when counseling or attending events, traveling, setting up stores / brands displays, and any seasonal job the wind blows my way. My customer service skills are exceller when the environment is healthy and uplifting. One winter I had a whole toy shop to myself, basically in charge. I learned quickly where everything was and how it was operated. I love the families. I adopted so many. My heart grew like the Grinches that holiday season. Truly, it was a work environment like no other. The management there is amazing. A1, like, it's like a family environment, truly. Even if you're not a worker, like, you guys should definitely check it out. Mr. Kringle's Inventionasium. And it's only open during the winter. Frustrations only arise when impatient families were rude to the beautiful environment, breaking ornaments and toys, opening them, and moving things around. Or when an older woman with 4 to 5 sons played nice until she realized I wasn't a follower, but a leader, tried to fight me, and all she got was a pat on the shoulder. Mind you, this never happened to me before. Like, women don't step to me. They do their little catty talking, but they don't step to me. I fought men and boys before, but women don't try me, so I was hysterical. So I was shocked. I was a bit shocked. I held my composure and stayed 10 toes down.